Can we go back a tiny bit?
Absolutely not. Even the president needs passion. I tell you, wasn't it cool last night? So we watched, what was it?
Something's got to give.
Something's Got to Give.
Yeah.
And Jack sung the last song.
He did.
And that was absolutely fucking gorgeous.
It was. La vie en rose.
I was like, oh my God. I just, like, seriously, that just made my day. Get my X-Pac. I got to find out how I got in that group. I can't believe I'm in the Get Your X-Pac group.
It could be research, like you said.
Probably
That's
research.
Great.
All right.
Yes.
Wonder if I can get kicked out.
Probably.
Yeah, how many groups have I been kicked out of? I got me, the medal, and the chest to pin it on.
So we can't just go back a little bit?
Oh, good Lord.
So in your face.
There we go. How's that?
Thanks. That's a lot better.
All right. Susanna.
Hello, Stephanie.
Stephanie.
And Luke.
Luke,
Hello.
I am your father.
Yes, Susanna and
Darkery. Boom, boom. Chugga-lucka-lucka, boom.
So,
all right. Today we have a very special passion
Feel
show.
It Real Fun for you on the 18th of March 2022.
18th of March. You know why it's the 18th here?
Yeah,
this is it. It's DDD day, right?
No, it's because you got to cook that pork ribs now, man.
We're going to be cooking them pork ribs nice and slow, Faith.
Yes.
Alex, Triple D, yo. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. There are 2 spots left for Triple D.
We think.
Well, true dat, right? Yeah, because we haven't checked the email in 4 minutes.
It ends in
1 hour.
Can you see that?
They can see something. 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 19 seconds. 18. Look at that.
7,
it's the real fucking countdown, guys.
Yes.
Crunchy pork belly. We have not had crunchy pork belly in a long time.
Oh, I know. We
do
will
gotta do that.
soon,
Absolutely.
but it won't be with the pork ribs.
Shanita.
Hello, Hope. Okay.
Adelia's here.
Hello.
We got your question coming up.
No.
Oh, true that. Never mind. Anyway. Yeah, that's right. So let's tell them where to go and what to do, Victoria.
So go to freeneville.com.
221 email list pseudo.
Random goodness. Is that Lisa Marie?
I could be our Lisa Marie. We know 2 Lisa Maries.
Is that Lisa Marie?
That'd be cool if it was Lisa Marie from Lisa Marie.
I wonder.
Let us know if it's
It
you.
might be the other Lisa Marie.
Could be.
Hello, Brian. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
You can do that anytime. You can do that in 2 hours because in 1 hour and 56 minutes and 24 seconds, you will not be able to join Triple D. There are 2 spots left.
There's 2 spots.
2 spots. By the way, you might not be able to join in 20 minutes. Right? If it's like,
That's true.
let me think it around.
Someone might
Let me ask a
jump in
bunch
right
of
now
questions.
and
Let me why is it that I never have anything go my way?
Cool. Alessandra, hello. And Amber and
Look at
Evelyn,
those Triple D
hello.
kids here.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's radio.
Okay. Who's that?
Oh, look at Soma.
Who?
Soma.
Soma.
Somya. Somya.
Salmia.
Somya.
I don't know.
I don't either. I just make it up as I go along. I just try to be entertaining, though.
So we've got a few questions today.
So we've got 2 that are out of order. Because
They
I forgot to close the comments down.
And 20 said, I'll put them first.
That's right, because I'm out of order.
Yes.
Sama.
So the first question.
Somya. I like Somya. That's right. I don't know which one's right. This is great.
Right.
Anyway, we love you no matter how we mispronounce your name. Believe me.
Thanks for showing up.
I'm an expert at mispronouncing them. Right?
Not showing up, for joining us. Right.
Good on you for showing the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that at the wedding last week. They're actually good food.
Yes, that's perfectly right.
I told Victoria, I says, I'm cooking up a full meal because I don't trust them. Like, we might get there, they might have like a cookie. It's like radio.
We don't do cookie tables here. Just keep remembering
for you guys that know. Anyway.
All right.
So let's dive in with our first question.
Our first question today is from Syzzle.
DDD Syzzle.
That's right. And we're going to say it's about how do I stop loving, or is it about special person?
Just read it. Read it as is.
I was trying to give it a title as we're on the flow.
Who the hell knows? I'll work it in.
And Syzzle asks, how do I stop loving my ex-husband as my husband?
Hey, you asked.
Do I see myself happily married the way I want to someone else? Even if I don't know who that is. I just want it gone.
Cool. When in doubt, always chunk up. Ready? So, like, generally, I go to bed at night and I just imagine myself.
It's all right, Scott. We know.
We all,
know it's
we-
really for
yeah,
you.
right,
That's what the.
Yeah,
I
I have a question for a
friend.
friend. Right? 12 almonds 3 times a day. It's a protocol, right? Otherwise, it's a snack. More on that later.
Okay.
Right? So, generally, so here's the thing. Chunk up, right? Always chunk up. So I go to bed at night and I'm satisfied. I feel like Jack, right? I just love me some Jack Nicholson.
Nice.
We started watching this dipshit show. One of the #1 series is on Netflix. It's Danish. Yeah, transcribed into English. And it's like dramatic pauses every other word. And it's like, we got 15 minutes in. I said, I can't do this. Potentially 3 seasons of this, 15 minutes in and off. So we watched Jack.
Yeah.
And that was a damn good
Yeah,
investment.
it was good fun.
So-
Sorry, Adilia. I know you're good friends with Syzzle. You don't have to cover up for him. Okay, keep
Yeah,
going.
and Syzzle, yeah, we understand, right? So,
Yes.
but here's the cool thing. I go to bed and I'm satisfied. And when I experience that feeling of satisfied, I can be satisfied about business. I can be satisfied about being a loving husband. Right? I can be satisfied about a loving husband who, and that's called chunking down, right? Satisfied, loving husband, right? Loving husband, right? And you just chunk down like that and just have some fun. That's the big thing. So, so whenever you just when it's like when I didn't know what kind of car I wanted, I just imagined being satisfied with my car. It's like, yeah. Tickle Belly Hill. BMW. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I'd like the feel of a BMW on Tickle Belly Hill.
He loves his old BMs.
3 Series. Right? I've never owned a 5 or a 7. I've driven 5s, I've seen 7s, but it's those damn 3 Series. They just like...
Those damn 3 Series.
Right? And so you notice how I'm just chunking down, getting a little more specific, because once you know a general, getting specific is easy. Yeah. So, you want to stop loving your ex-husband as your husband?
So
right?
hang on, chunking down then from that. Yeah.
Just feel loved. Go to bed and just feel loved. I just feel.
But isn't
loved.
that chunking up? Because
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be the
I'm chunking
ex-husband.
way up.
Yeah, right.
So that we can chunk down.
Oh, okay.
Because maybe you go to bed and suddenly it's like, I'm loved by my puppy, right? And it's true, right? There are times I go to bed, like yesterday, I went in to brush my tooth, right? So I went in, I'm brushing my tooths. I'm using that new tooth stuff. And I come out and the girl's gone, right? So it's like, well, I'm a happy, loving husband. So I go to bed and I'm just feeling happy and loved. Next thing you know, I'm getting some licks. Not her, right?
I know.
It's the dog. And like 20 minutes later, she comes in and she goes, well, I hollered at you. And I'm thinking, well, I probably had this zzz in my mouth. When I do that, I can't hear. Right? So it's like, so I just went to bed and I'm feeling loved. And the next thing you know, I'm getting licked all over.
Aww.
And then about 25 minutes later, So, chunk up, chunk down. Yeah, like Darkery says, and we're going to be talking about this later. Different way of the 18-inch adventure.
That's right.
By the way, you guys that haven't done manifestingtothemax.com, there's some really cool shit in there. I think Adelia's done it, but I'm just going to crass commercial it because that's what I do in my blue shirt.
So you reckon Adilia should revisit that? Would that be good?
Probably not a bad thing, but she's a busy girl.
I know.
busy.
Very. Okay.
All right, let's do our next one.
Okay, so thank you, Syzzle, for your question.
Oh, Syzzle. Manifestingtothemax.com.
Who would have
Thanks,
known?
buddy. Boom. All right.
Okay. The next question's from Dream Driven Day Korrol. Korrol asks, is our life really just made up of one state after another? Is this all the meaning we give to life? One state after another?
Here's what I notice. So what we are is the operant power. What we are is the power. What we really are is love. We are the wisdom and the power of God. And that's something really worth exploring and noticing, because in any moment I can be the blessing, or in any moment I can be a dick.
Curse.
And
yes.
And I'm really good at the second one. Right? I really am. I'm just good at it. Right. But at the same time, what's the ultimate blessing? Really exploring, like Neville said, you came here to know imagination. And how do you know imagination? Man, I can fuck things up like you cannot believe. I'm like, it's amazing what I can do, right? And I can also be a blessing, right? And that's the cool thing, because when you get, I'm always giving life to something. I am life. Yeah, I'm love. Like, wow. It's one thing to walk around going, I wish to be unconditionally loving, right? You want to say that? Someone like me is going to show up with a rock and a sock, right? We're going to steal your dog or something, because that's what happens when you go unconditional loving, right? What you are is love. What you are is lovely. And as you explore that, you really just get to give life to the lovely. There's one there. Alexandra, welcome to the show.
Oh, hello, Alexandra. Haven't seen you in a long while.
I've seen your feet.
Have you?
She puts posts of her feet and stuff. Just really cool. You put up some cool shit the way you do that. I just want to let you know. Like, I love it when I see it, but I don't always see it. So,
Cool.
But yeah, this whole thing of like what we are really is love. And we get to explore that, because sometimes we love being pissed off. It's like, man, I have not had me a burger in a restaurant for over a year because of and then we could just go down that fucking rabbit hole, or it's like, all right, what am I doing? I'm giving life to the lovely. 2 seats left. Dream-driven day. How many minutes? Let us know. Look at this.
1 hour, 47 minutes to go.
Look at that.
2 seats less for DDD, and we don't know when or even if we're doing it again.
Yeah, we'll do it someday, right?
I mean,
someday. But I'm not doing another back-to-back. We've been like pounding them out since the loogie. Okay, because you guys are loving it. It's like... here's my other Crest commercial,
many requests
right?
for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
You can be hypnotized by what you see, or else you can live from vision, right? That has to go back to my name, but this whole thing of like, look around. How many people are living dread-driven and distracted and filled days, all right? Almost all of them. Did you see the news? Let's play a game called Are You That Fucking Boring? Radio. Anyway. Yeah. Now look how I did that. Is that cool or what? I did that in a different format. So, Victoria, shall we do the next question?
We shall. So thank you,
Korrol. That was
for your
awesome.
Question. Yeah.
Boom, boom, chaka-laka-laka, boom.
Said, that was an awesome question.
I thought it was pretty good.
The next question's from...
He's being a dick again.
Yeah, Dev in Manifesting Mastery.
Yo, Dev.
High five, manifesting. And Dev asks, after that high five with my best friend, symbolizing the fulfillment of my desire, done in a state akin to sleep, is it okay to reverie and take the scene forward, imagining all the nice things that follow such achievement? Or should I just do the high fives again and again and again, hoping for an illuminating answer?
So if you go to freeneville.com,
yes,
in the search box, type in the word cigarette, right? Now, one of the things Neville talks about is whenever you nail something, you nail it. You don't light a cigarette and go do something else, do something else, do something else. That's what a daydream is like. And I've got a cute little phrase that I use all the time. Daydreams dissipate. In other words, you go off and wow, and then whoa, that'd be, oh man, that'd be, ooh, boom, boom, chucka-laka, wow. And next thing you know, it's like you've been an episode of The Simpsons, right? Versus, and by the way, that feels fun. Oh yeah, and then she brought her friends, open-minded, right? Anyway, right? On dating profiles, what's the number one thing women look for? Honesty. Right? They're looking for an honest guy. What's the number one thing men are looking for? Open-minded. Right?
God.
It's true. It's on the internet. It must be. So this whole thing, ready? Nail the high five. So in Triple D, one of the things we talk about are the 4 happy chemicals. The 4 happy chemicals are states, right? You guys that are saying, oh, I didn't take Triple D, but I know what it's all about. You're missing a whole bunch of stuff. So this whole thing with endorphin, right? And there's endorphin whenever you just smash into someone, right? You bang, you do the high five, you have a loud guttural laugh, woohoo, boom, right? But people say, I'm not like that. I'm quiet and reserved, and I get no waves happening in my life. It's like, right, time to get a little loud, right? Do some slam dancing. But this whole thing, if someone would be happy for you, right? Boom. Just really just nail that. Have some fun with it, and repeat that. There's something with that. The other thing, so when we talk about the happy chemicals as states and playing with them as because you are your own bartender. Again, there's this thing about like actually connecting with another human being. When another human being is happy for you, like dude, you piss me off because you don't work. Right? I go and I trade away 12 hours a day. I sit in traffic for 4 hours a day. I never see my wife. We hate each other. We're getting divorced. Half the money's going to an attorney. But I'm really happy doing something that I hate. Right. Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. Versus, like, really, let's just simplify something down into some. When you look at these happy chemicals, like there's Galaxy. I fucking love Galaxies. Like, what do you do? Insta things?
TikToks.
Yeah, TikTok. I don't even know what the fuck you do, but I find them. Right. They find me everywhere I know. I go. There's Galaxy, and she's fucking nailing shit. Right. She's alive. And that's one of the keys with this whole high five thing, the happy chemical thing that we explore in dreamdrivenday.com. 2 seats are left. 1 hour and 43 minutes left to get them. But it really is that. Versus if a daydream believer. But we'll cover more of this. This is, something that I really love is intensity with my accountant blue shirt on. Look at that.
But this isn't so accountant. But it does match.
True. That's right.
He's got blue in his
scarf. I got compliments on it this today.
Did you? Mm-hmm. From me? Or from someone else?
Oh, from you, and that doctor's not a chiropractor, I found out today.
Oh, yes. Very good.
Yeah, I'm really sneaky.
Okay.
But more on that later.
All right. So that was for Dev. Thank you very much for your question, Dev.
By the way, how's it happen? The faster you can just nail something, right? Yeah. Pop. All right, that res geste kind of thing. Like, there's power in speed. Most people, they try to make these 40-minute long fucking movies, and they tell me they don't feel real, and this feels fun. Yeah, no. That bang, when your friend is genuinely so happy for you, they grab you up. There's something there. So, Victoria, let us continue with Rick.
Okay. So the next question's from Rick, manifesting learning French. Rick says, hi, Mr. 2020.
You notice how I put 2 dangling verbs together? Manifesting learning.
Participles. Sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Brian said he can't.
Learning.
Dr. Brian, pay attention. He's not commenting today because he's cooking for Ashley. It's like, I can just hear his giggle now.
Good on you, Brian. Hi, Mr. 2020. I really like the story of the young attorney who wanted to have control over a savings and loan company. I'm taking a memorization course for learning French vocabulary. I want to have that same feeling of control with respect to memorizing French. Can I just put my arm under you?
I don't know.
Thanks.
Can you?
But I'm stuck how to do that. Any ideas? Thanks, Rick.
That sounds like a really weird middle to me, Rick. Like, I mean, I like the whole thing of having control over a savings and loan, or a government, or a small nation, or an island, or at least a woman.
World,
right?
Yes.
But meanwhile, I'm wondering, what's your real wish here? Like, I enjoy writing. All right, so it's like, not only do I enjoy, like, seriously, I love, like, people signing up for Triple D. Like, I did a new little adventure in writing and put little pieces out. I got a lot of compliments, got some registrations off of it. But I love when people join Triple D. That's my real end, right? Just playing there, the impact in the world. Get it? My real end is the impact in the world. One of the ways I do that, chunking down, is Triple D. One of the ways that I do that is writing, because I love writing. But I'm curious, is your end being an amazing learner of French, or is your end like being able to order a cup of coffee and pick up a serving wench with it? Right? Because, like, I can tell you from massacring at least 2 different dialects of English, Pittsburgh American and Australian, like, being able to communicate with a good-looking wench, right? That's fun. Learning how to control the language.
Yes, because it's weird how it starts with the control of the savings and loan, and then I want that same feeling of control.
Yeah.
With respect to memorizing French.
Now, maybe you want that. Maybe you want to know, like, hey, this week I memorized 400 words. Next week I memorized 800. Now I'm doing 1,600 French words a week. I don't know. If that's your real end, you can imagine what implies that. Your friend's going, hey, dude, you just memorized another 2,000 French words in 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. I suspect you probably want something more like to be a fluent French speaker. Yeah, just what would imply that you are? That they don't make fun of you. The French are horrible. I know someone's going to text me on that. He put down the French people. False. Right? Just fucking with you, French people. Right? Believe me. Hey, French people, I like your fries. right? Let's just be blunt, right?
Pommes frites.
I like your
Probably
fries.
said it wrong. So you guys are the French, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I guess someone's going to pull this little 15-second clip out. Like, these guys
I
are
know.
assholes. Right? Assholes. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
that's what I got. What would imply that you've nailed French, right? Would it be like, you have to beat the serving wenches off? Like, what is it? Just people are amazed that English is my first language. Let's continue. Stay tuned, Rick. We're going to keep exploring this in either answers, because that's what I do. Like, I do that to just keep you watching.
Excellent. Okay.
I
Thank
do.
you, Rick.
I mean, like, people go, yep, I watched my part. I'm out. It's like, no.
I know.
I need to stick around. We're having fun. This is better than The Simpsons. Manuel.
Okay. The next question's from Susanna in Manifesting Mastery.
Susanna.
Down in the gutters.
Susanna.
So Susanna asks, I've been feeling down in the gutters. I know to stop and be still and to move, but it feels like I don't know how and feels like I have no power or energy
like work
to do so. Yeah. It's like the states I don't want to give life to are swallowing me, and the states I want to move into, my desires, feel unachievable, as if I easily surrender to the unwanted and have to really struggle to get into the wanted, like the states are way bigger than me.
Alrighty, this is one of those things where it's like, here's what it is. It's non-negotiable. Right now, right? You do not let anything grow for one more moment that you don't want. Right? And I know there's three parts to this. One is the attitude. You got to have the attitude of Abdullah. We start Triple D with that. I put out a video on that. The guaranteed win method. Yeah, like I've shared that probably 3-4 times with the Triple D group that's starting up today, tomorrow, depending upon where you are. But that guaranteed win method, I want you to imagine having had gotten gold that you're utilizing before you do today's MM lesson, listen to the podcast, whatever our interaction is. Because some people are there hoping that they might get something that could maybe someday help them with that is not how I live life. Right? I got a buddy, he's a 8th degree black belt in one punch, one kill, right? And that's what the philosophy of his martial art is based on. I do it, but from a different way. I'm not a fan of like, let's see how many slices of the pie I can take off someone. I'm into turning people into human Pez dispensers if they're a threat, threat neutralized. And that's really how I approach life. This whole thing of like, radio, I could dick around for the next 40 years. I could wait 10 minutes to revise. I could let something grow. I could feel smaller than that, or I could realize right now I'm what gives life. And this is, again, I'm going to do crash commercial Triple D. One of the things we cover there in the first call is cortisol. Cortisol is what you're describing. It's a state. And it's what happens when you identify with your body. When you identify with your body, you identify with your history. In other words, what I did yesterday is what's going to happen tomorrow, and I have to fight against this tidal wave of my past because it's right in front of me in my future, and it's a fucking horrible place to live. With cortisol, the number one thing is you do not become a reaction to it. Okay? Stop and be still. Look that fucker in the eye and realize I'm giving life to that. When you do that, you can stop it. Right now. And that's the biggest key. Yeah, Amber, look at these people. Boom, boom, Triple D. Happy birthday, Amber. So here's the cool thing. Stop and be still. Like, really. It's one of these things, I'll tell you, years ago, we went to see this movie. It was called Argo. Right? It was something about the hostages in Iran or something like that. We went to see it with her sister and her sister's fella. And we're walking into this ghetto theater. Oh, I remember these things. We're walking into this ghetto theater, and a couple thugs walk toward us, and they size us up and across the street, and I slowed down my saunter a little tiny bit. I didn't talk loud. I didn't do anything. I just got really fucking still. And these young punks, a couple of them, they realized they just met the face of Jesus, because I will send you there. Okay, that's the stillness. People that are poor, they got all sorts of thoughts about money. People that understand I create wealth, right? There's the stillness of you that hears my voice. There's the stillness of you that all the apparent motion happens within. That's the stillness. There's the stillness of you that notices I'm cracking the shits, the stillness of me that can't be bothered, the stillness notices all that. Stop and be still. Notice you're giving life to that, and you can stop that at any time. The only reason no punches were thrown that day is because I got really still, and a part of me went, yummy. There's the thing. When you're still and you notice that you've been imagining shit, you celebrate. Don't wait. Don't sit there and try to revise frantically. Stop. Yeah, I remember those thugs. They were just, Rob was talking about something, and Chris was talking about something. You were, you were
somewhere.
yeah,
Probably
in
window
a
shopping.
savvy world. Yeah, and I'm just going, this is going to be fun. Alrighty,
Okay.
Hashtag Pez dispenser. Boom. All right, stick around.
Yep.
And that's, again, a big thing we explore in Triple D. You've got to reject what needs rejected so that you can live. But more, Lisa, thank you. Isn't it, like, seriously? Like, you're a photographer, right? I love your shots, the one that you just shot of your feet, your boots, and your dog. But there's a stillness whenever you nail it. Whatever nailing it is, you got to practice nailing things. Nice and sweet. I listened to Russell and Marcus put the roof on, and Russell would be up there with his nail gun, and you could just, he'd go,
Yeah.
score, score.
Yeah,
just,
once it was... Oh, that went straight through an electric wire.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, we got to do something about that.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Okay, cool.
Boom.
Thank you, Susanna, for your question. And I saw you said something about going to explore diving deeper or something.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Coolio.
Good on you.
By the way, Manifesting Mastery course, lesson 1. For those of you in Dream Driven Day, lesson 1. They're both lesson 1s for a reason. 1 minute, 1 hour. Oh, look at her. Look at her showing off.
40
See, she got herself a new iPad a couple
1
months
hour,
ago.
31 minutes.
She got to
and
show it off.
44 seconds.
Got to show it off.
And the door's shut.
That's right.
Okay.
It could be shut now. We'll check the email before we go to let you know. Wouldn't that be cool if they were all gone?
Yeah, well, it might be.
Boom. We don't know, right? We can't tell because we're on the show.
All right. The next question's from Alex in Dream Driven Day.
That's Dream Driven Day March, like right now, starting up.
Starting up.
Alex starts today.
Ego mind or God-given desires?
Now, I added in the ego mind part because it fit with what you asked, and that's a term that people are searching for. So I thought, I'm going to be clever.
Okay, so, and the question is, your God-given desires, do you feel them in your heart first? And how do you discern them from mind-driven desires through the belly?
So Alex got manifestingtothemax.com, and here's what's really cool. One of the models we talk about in there, and we could explore this forever, and we are, right? Head, heart, and belly. The head goes, yes, no, good, bad, right, wrong, yeller, pink, 3 series with a hatchback, right? The head goes back and forth forever, and it fucking hurts after a while, right? The heart just goes, like, yes, or no. The heart just wants to feel something, right? The heart has that involvement. The belly, right? The belly just has this knowing. And all these 3 are important. It's important to travel between all 3 as far as I can tell. A lot of people think the head rules, right? They just have to, like, tick, 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 you know, right? And that's no fun. A lot of people just like, follow your heart, man. The money will follow, right? I know a lot of heart people under bridges, right? The belly thing, like, I am okay with everything that's going on in the universe. Right, radio. I get out my little sharp stick and start poking at people like that. I find it fun. But we get to, any of those can be a trap. But when you can move through all 3, everything gets really cool, right? Because here's the cool thing. Ready? So you have a desire. You know what? I've got this desire. It's not to ever get another fucking job. Because when I visited Australia, I had a business, And when I decided to move here, it's like, well, getting a job would probably look good on the old paperwork. But there are these people in Australia called drivers. They're not that good at it. Right? let's just be honest, right? Most of them are like her. They take her half out of the middle. Like, I mean, I had to ask her repeatedly, like, what side are we supposed to be driving on, right? Cause,
you don't seem to be.
Yeah.
You need to pick.
You're all over the place, woman. So like when the head goes radio. So, the head sort of often goes like, what don't I want? I don't want a job. So it's like radio. So what do I want? As I relax into my body, into my chest, I want to have some fucking impact and make a difference in the world, something that I can enjoy. And in the belly, it's like, you know what I really enjoy? I just feel good teaching. Like I can just sit here and do this shit all day, Charasi, welcome to the show. See, like one-on-one calls and this kind of thing. This is my gig, right? This is my gig. And that's the thing, because her head goes, colored ranunculi or white ranunculi. Well, white is a color. Well, right. And 4 hours go by. Victoria, it's lunchtime. I'm pondering, right? Her heart goes, flowers. Her belly goes, oh my God, I got it sorted out. Because the belly knows something goes there. The belly knows what goes there. And she gets to move all through it all. How does it feel and all that good stuff? Let's get back to the whole ego mind thing. Ego mind, that's a concept I'm not a fan of. It just creates confusion. But I find this model works and provides clarity like mud. The next bit, your God-given desires, you know what they are. They're always about you. Here's a good example or distinction around that. I imagine having had a great time in Triple D this round coming up. I'm anticipating sending out the email later on. I'm excited about it, putting up my first personal post. I'm in like Flynn, but I don't pick who joins, right? I don't pick what you specifically learn, because when it's all about me, my God-given desire is for me to have had a great time and have been the blessing. And then from there, it all shows up. So I hope that helps. I'm sure we'll keep exploring this in our conversations in Triple D and elsewhere.
Yeah.
But
yeah, good.
Your real desires are always about you. Just boom. So let us continue.
Okay.
Thanks,
cool.
Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Boom, boom,
Can't
boom.
wait to hear you on the call.
Hoo-ha.
The next question's from Elvira on Facebook. I want passion. Elvira says, Joe Weldon's post about his desire to be a film director and how he is manifesting it has made me think for a few days now. It made me realise I lack passion. I desire passion in my days, in my job, overall. It's all quite all right. My days, my job. I don't hate it. It's okay. But I don't love it. In Joe's post, you can feel his love for being a film director, his passion. I don't have that for anything. My life is without colour, so to speak. I've been asking myself for a few days now how I want my days to look. I can't answer myself, I don't know. All I know, I desire to feel passionate about my days, my job, my life, something. Right now, I'd all be beige. Not sure how to get to the end with this.
This is really good because here's the one thing that I notice. Most people don't hate their days. Most people are okay. How you doing? I'm okay. Living the dream. Rightio. I'm going to take this from the bottom up because there's so much good here. Ready?
Yeah, it's a goodie.
Right now it's all beige. Did you know when men have low testosterone, they actually see less colors?
Huh.
It's absolutely fucking true. Fascinating, right? I do this thing. I study two things. Ready? I study men and I study women. Right?
Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
But here's what's really, really cool. When a man has low testosterone, he literally experiences more grayscale in the world. There's some fascinating new research studies on this, right? So when you say it's all beige, I get it. Right? Now, the cure, according to the physical people, are eat 12 almonds 3 times a day. You know what? Nothing wrong with that. Right? You eat a little less soy, get less man tits, get more of that going on. But this whole passionate thing, This is something that a lot of people are passionate about, a lot of people are teaching about, and I think it's 100% bullshit. Right? Somebody write that in. Hashtag 100% bullshit, because I'm not passionate about anything. I'm infinitely curious. Right? I'm very eager, but I'm not passionate. Right? I'm a little nuts. Right? And here's yes, he is. Right? Look at her go. Right? I am just a little, like, I'm curious about, like, how we are. We're 100% divine and 100% human. Wow. What a Venn diagram. That enables me to be curious about everything and everyone. I used to be extremely shy, and I thought, right, what I need is passion, what I need is confidence. So if I'm passionate and confident, chicks will dig me, right? Well, I find most confident people are assholes, and a lot of passionate people, they're just like weird. But I notice people who are eager to get out of bed in the morning. I notice people who are infinitely curious. And again, we explore this in dreamdrivenday.com. Like I'm utterly fascinated with her, who she is today, who she is in this next moment. Like, what the fuck is going on in her, right? I'm fascinated by her. I'm curious about her. I'm eager to dance with her. We get in the car today, and I've got something I want to share with her because I want to get her reaction and read on it. And I ask her, could you turn those two assholes off so these two assholes can talk, right? So she turns off the radio so we can have our convo, right? Yeah. I'm just not a fan of talk radio like some days. But it's like we got to do our thing. And there's the thing. When I think about the tango of life, it's not like there's the music I'm passionate about. That'll put you in the waiting game forever, right? Trying to find something to be passionate about. I'd get curious about you, who you are, how this works, how you can explore it. Like, notice what you're naturally drawn to as far as curiosity, because I get the whole grayscale thing. Been there a couple different episodes in my life. And the whole thing is, whenever you experience yourself as a reaction, you'll seek passion. Whenever you experience yourself as what gives life, you start, like, literally, what can I become more curious about? I really can never understand when people tell me they get bored. That's like when I get a 25-year-old that tells me they're bored, I tell them, go screw something. Like what, seriously, like I'm so curious about people in every way. In my 20s, it was mostly physical, right? It's like, because I was mostly physical. I mean, it's like, well, yeah, let's see what that one does, right? Yeah, but you really get to notice, what else can I be curious about? I don't settle for anything. Syzzle put up a good little post based on, he made an infographic based on something I said somewhere. Like, I fucking know.
Yeah.
But it was basically about when you live by the law, you can break the rules. So there's so many rules that people live by that sap the life out of them. Like, yep, 4 more years and I'll get my master's degree, and then I'll make 10% more income, but I'll be 90% more in debt, and I'll have it all paid off
in 30
years.
Yeah.
Unless I double down, in which case I'll pay it off in 22. I don't understand why it works that way. But it's like, fuck, man. But you get to abandon a whole bunch of rules so that you can really start living by the law. And I know this may sound like a circular answer, but it's the best I got, because whenever you live a life that's based on how do I get from here to there, how do I get passion in my life, it gets rough. Versus how can you be, what can I be passionate about? Where's my passion? Yo, Mel. Versus becoming infinitely curious. How can you become infinitely curious? How can you become infinitely curious? Like, every day I just find myself, and here's the thing. Again, I'll keep saying here's the thing because I say it a lot. 10 years ago, I'll just go back 10 years, everybody was saying the NLP field was dead, right? There's too many Nelpers out there. Law of attraction field is dead.
Nelpers.
Yeah. Too many people in the LOA field. There's nothing new to be said or done. I said, watch this, motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. Right? Yeah, I'm infinitely curious about humans. I'm infinitely curious about the divine side of us, and at the same time, it's like, how can I let those two mingle and play? And, look at this. Yeah, 2 million listens on the podcast, over 1 million views on Facebook. We're doing something that people are interested in. So just find where you can become more curious. and eager. So, Darkery. You know what? Mark Darkery just said it all right there. And he's an interesting feller, right? It's not just his haircut, right? He says, I'm infinitely curious about me. And Syzzle says, me too. These are part of my remarkable team. This is part of the mod squad. I love these guys. And here's the thing. Yeah, they're honest to God, infinitely curious about themselves. Neville said you came here to know about imagination. I keep saying you came here to discover who you are and how this works. To do that, you have to drop all your definitions of who you are and how this works, right? Discover how you get to play. Don't define how you will, right? Well, right. I'm not that kind of guy. All right, yo. So, Lisa Ann LaRock says, Mark is awesome. Hoo-ha. Love it. Yeah. My triple D crew. By the way, Tony Doyle, who I may or may not be here. I haven't seen him yet. We've got something cool going on. You can find it in the posts and the comments and somewhere. So Tony and I, we've had this conversation that never happened and all this stuff. And I made a little video and we got cool shit going on. And that other rascal from Triple D, right? So
other rascal.
So Tony did Triple D twice. And this other rascal from Triple D, Terry Morris, took it and he made a derivative work, right? He added his own freaky cool music behind it. Right.
Oh, wow.
And I gotta say, like, I'm actually embarrassed, like, for the videos that I made. It's like, yeah, radio, yo. And one more. Let's make this extremely functional, right? So, passion, right? So I was talking about me and girls and younger and all that stuff. When I became infinitely curious about people, it became extremely easy to give a compliment and ask a question. You want to actually connect with another human being? Okay, if you're infinitely curious about human beings and the one right next to you, it's really easy to, like, ask a question and give a compliment, right? I'd prefer to do it in the other direction, but, yeah, you do that. So that's what I got. By the way, I'm curious. So Tony and I had this curious conversation going back and forth, and it would ebb and it would flow and all this good stuff. And here, out of the blue, Terry does something with it, right? Right? Terry's got his passion, quote unquote, right? Terry's got what he's eager to do. Oh, I could apply music to that. Boom.
It's like also your different is better than better because I don't know, in my past, if I felt really stuck in a rut or something, just doing something different.
Anything different.
That's a bit spontaneous. It just feels like,
totally wakes you up.
Yeah.
By the way, this is great. I'm glad you brought that up because it's like when you do the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. You get on the road and you got a pebble stuck in the tire, and 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 pretty soon you're asleep and smashing into shit, right? And it's like radio, versus vary things up a little bit. So many people, they just add salt. Do you have any idea how many spices there are in the world? Do you?
No.
We're going to have to fucking Google that. Right? But, yay. I mean, there's infinite spices in the world. Chirasi asked about if the two courses are different. Yes, manifestingmasterycourse.com and manifestingtothemax.com are different. It looks like Alex answered you. So thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Boom. So on a very simple, practical level, get curious about spices. Right? Notice I'm not saying get passionate about spices. Go buy 5 spices you've never played with before. Right? Then get some real expensive meat. Oh, the fun you could have.
Otherwise, if you're a goody different vegetable, if you're vegetarian. Oh, wow. So what have we got? So that was, sorry for Elvira. Thank you very much for your question, Elvira.
All right. So,
yes.
So far we have really sucked recruiting people for Dream Driven Day. It doesn't look like anybody has signed up since the beginning of the show.
Is that Wi-Fi on?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course. Okay.
She thinks I'm a moron.
Yep. Okay.
By the way, one more, right? Passionate. Do you think I'm passionate for her? Right? This could be a really weird trick question, right? I love her. Here's the thing. Being infinitely curious about how we get to dance today, who we get to become together, the adventures that we have and share, the adventures that we have and share when she's not here. like when she goes on camping with her sister or whatever and comes back, when this whole thing, Jess says we look lovely, thank you. This whole thing of infinitely curious, I'm always curious what she's going to bring to the table today. Right? I'm not just passionate about her. I'm not just confident in her. Yep, she'll pull her weight today.
Yeah.
Radio. Yeah. Boom. How will she challenge me today? How will she invite me to stretch? Oh my God. All right. But anyway, so far we've sucked. The 2 last seats for Dream Driven Day are still there. We've got 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Refresh?
Nope.
No,
Nobody's left the show.
Okay, you guys. So yes, we have got 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 37 seconds.
34, 33, 32.
To jump into DDD.
By the way, somebody is going to say, I swear to God, hey, I know it's 4 days later, but I know that false scarcity thing you marketers do. I'm not into false.
No.
Right? It's like the guy that says, boy, you write really good testimonials. Yeah. For who? Right? I will give like my buddy Perry a testimonial because he's a good guy and helped me a lot. But like my testimonials, they all come from you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
So what we'd like to know is tell us what was your hashtag strawberry bits.
Chirissy says, can we still join Triple D? Yes, there's 1 hour, 12 minutes.
That's what we showed. So there you go. That's how long you got. Chirissy, whatever, you know. Sorry, 1 hour, 12 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep, and there's 2 seats
and then that's
left.
It shuts down the website. So.
Boom, that's right.
Okay.
Boom.
What was your hashtag strawberry bit?
My whole thing was really, I don't know. You say yours first. I got to turn these emails off.
Well, I really like how Syzzle asked for a friend about the ex-husband. But that wasn't my strawberry bit, really. What was my strawberry bit? I really like Korrol's question about, is life really about just moving from one state to another state? Like, is that really it? That's like, I really like that question. So, yeah.
So we watched... what was it? As Good as It Gets or Something Gotta Give?
Something Gotta Give.
So watch the other one, As Good as It Gets.
Yes.
I love, in a way, to me, they both go hand in hand. And here's the thing. As long as you're doing anything involving chasing, you're going to be chasing. On the other hand, right, I'm big on eagerness. I'm big on anticipation. What gets me out of bed in the morning is that eager anticipation of the day ahead, because I know what kind of day I'm going to have. That doesn't mean I won't have a speed bump or two. Right? We can all have speed bumps at any time. But if you're chasing happiness, you're not there yet. Right? Chasing happiness is like standing in line at the roller coaster. Hey, we're moving forward. Yeah, I'm on the roller coaster. I am the roller coaster. And if I'm in line at the roller coaster, I'm yakking at her, talking to a stranger, making friends, talking to strangers and connecting them together. How many times have we watched people become friends around me because I'll be talking to one and someone else will perk up and it's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yep. Oh, cool. You got to meet each other. Boom. Next thing you know, we got 2 people that are friends and we leave them behind.
Yeah.
Go figure. Connections. So that's my strawberry bit.
Cool. So that was our hashtag strawberry bits. While you type in yours, go to...
Look at that little dog. Look what he did. He made himself a little cave.
Susanna's strawberry bit is Syzzle wants a harem.
If anyone deserves one, it's the Syzzle man.
Yeah. So meanwhile, go to freeneville.com.
Look at the little dog. Seriously.
Oh, he's tucked himself in bed.
He tucked himself in. Alrighty-ho.
Subscribe to the 221 email list and get a pseudo-random email every single day until you or 20 dies.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right.
Cheap-ass cup of coffee, half a donut.
Somebody just asked to just scroll through. I couldn't see who. Do we come live this day every day this hour? No, we come on about 3 days a week, depending on my appointment schedule and so on.
Yeah.
Every day at this time, every week at this day and time we do.
Well, at 53 minutes before this time.
Yes, technically.
Technically.
Right.
I know someone's running late.
I just love that girl. That's right. 2 minutes to the show has already started. It's coming. Yeah, 2 seat
Yes.
stream-driven day. You got how long? 1 hour, 9 minutes, 11 seconds.
10,
10, 9.
8,
Radio.
7,
Cool.
6, 5.
I cannot
4,
wait.
3,
Somebody will
2.
text me. Or they'll send me a thing. Can I
I
join?
know.
They do every time. And I love you. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, look, here's the thing. You want to know why you're not doing Dream Driven Day? That's also why you're not scoring like we score. Even if you're doing good, I want you to do greater. That's all I got, you know? I'm not doing it because I'm waiting for the loogie to be over. The war. Sleepy Joe. Trump.
Yeah.
By the way, I got a guy. I love this one. So when Trump was in office, it's like, I don't feel confident doing Dream Driven Day while Trump's in office. Radio. So Trump gets unelected or something. True, right? So Sleepy Joe gets in, right? And believe me, I don't have a horse in that game, right? So on that race. So it's like Sleepy Joe's in. It's like, well, I'm not getting in now because there's a war going on. It's like, right, well, that war we're going to be going on if Trump is in office, right? And I'm just fucking with him because it's like, you'll have excuses forever.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to have a bunch of excuses or a bunch of excellence. And you know what I'm into. Look at them hairs. Look at that silver fox.
Okay, and for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right.
That's our show. Have a great day, night, weekend.
I think it was a great show.
It was a great show. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And we'll catch you next week.
You just talk to him for a second. We're gonna
I can talk to you.
Yeah, you just. I'm gonna
Okay,
look one
so
more time.
I'll just keep talking to
Gotta
you
type in the
guys.
secret number.
Yep.
8675309. Nope, nobody yet.
Nobody yet.
All right,
Two
two more. This
left.
is gonna be so good.
Okay.
Alrighty, love you guys.
See yous.
Stella in
Oh,
the gym.
see you, Stella.
Boom.